As people become increasingly concerned about the advancement of central bank digital currencies, Donald Trump on Sunday ordered the U.S. Treasury to stop minting new pennies, calling the coin's production wasteful. He said on a Truth Social post, "For far too long, the United States has minted pennies which literally cost us more than 2 cents." And he did this while he was sitting in the Super Bowl in New Orleans. He said, "Let's rip the waste out of our great nation's budget, even if it's a penny at a time." Now, while Trump didn't mention the elimination of the penny in his campaign, Elon Musk's controversial Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, called attention to the cost of making the coin in a post in January. He said the penny costs over 3 cents to make and cost U.S. taxpayers over $179 million in fiscal year 2023, adding that 4.5 billion pennies were produced in that fiscal year. So far, the Treasury Department, which oversees the mint, has not publicly announced any plans to stop penny production. And while there have been many requests for comment, nobody's heard from the department yet. The U.S. Mint produced approximately 3.2 billion pennies in 2024 alone, which was the most of any other coin, at a loss of $85.3 million. Pennies cost about 3.69 cents to produce, which is an increase from 3.07 cents in fiscal year 2023. But most pennies in circulation are never spent, so they say this triggers the U.S. Mint to create more. A lot of people say that it's unclear if Trump has the authority to halt penny production because Congress oversees the manufacture of coin currency. But this wouldn't be rare because the U.S. would be just one of several countries to stop manufacturing low denomination cents. Canada, for example, stopped producing its 1 cent coins, also known as pennies, in 2012 due to production costs. Ireland, the Netherlands, Brazil, and others have also stopped producing or circulating 1 cent coins. This latest declaration from Trump just represents one of many quick changes he's implemented less than a month into his second presidency, including renaming the Gulf of Mexico as the Gulf of America and taking aim at efforts to phase out plastic straws. But taking a closer look at penny production, in 2024, approximately 3.17 billion were made at around 3.69 cents per penny, which is ridiculous, which means that approximately $85.3 million was lost of the American people's money. In 2023, they produced around 4.5 billion at a cost of 3.07 cents, with the cost to taxpayers of over $179 million. And to be fair, the cost to produce a penny has been above its face value for at least 19 years, with costs increasing over time due to the rising prices of metals like zinc and copper. Or should we say, due to the flooding of the market with US dollars produced by the Federal Reserve and the Treasury, which dilutes the money supply and gives the appearance of increased prices, which is really just currency inflation. Now let's talk real quick about the composition of the US penny, because it's changed over time due to the cost of materials and availability. Pre-1837, all pennies were made of pure copper. From 1837 to 1857, the composition was changed to 95% copper and 5% zinc or tin. From 1857 to 1864, pennies were made of 88% copper and 12% nickel. From 1864 to 1962, right before JFK was assassinated, the composition shifted back to 95% copper and 5% zinc or tin, which is sometimes called bronze pennies. From 1962 to 1982, the penny was also made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, but due to rising copper prices in 1982, the composition changed mid-year. And check out this change. From January to October 1982, it was still 95% copper and 5% zinc. After October 1982 to present, the penny's core composition became 97.5% zinc with a thin 2.5% copper coating, making it primarily zinc with just copper plating to make it look like it was copper. Kind of the modern version of the Roman coin clipping. Now, this change in 1982 was significant because it reduced the amount of copper used due to its increasing costs, while still maintaining the penny's traditional copper appearance. The current penny's composition has remained the same since this change, and although there have been discussions about altering it further due to ongoing issues with the cost of production versus the penny's face value, it still remains 97.5% zinc with a very thin 2.5% copper coating. And we all know why this is happening. It's all thanks to the fiat currency Ponzi scheme brought to us by the Federal Reserve banking cartel. Help with the engagement on this channel by leaving your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and share this video with everyone you can. I'll see you in the next video.